Nosecone and Drillhorn, they used to be worst bots in the game. They were such a meme. People call the Nosecone Godcone as a joke because he was so bad. But they got reworked and they got fixed on top of it all. And now they're pretty amazing bots. A variable for Prime League given. Amazing tank. Basically, typical rush ability. But his gimmick is that he's going slowly and he's smashing all walls. And on top of increasing health and damage absorption, also gets 40% reflection for 20 seconds when fully maxed out and 5-star. And of course, he taunts defenses. So, basically, his stats, his DPS is extremely low, but for whatever reason, his damage does not scale off of DPS, so he actually ends up doing way more damage than it is written here. And his health is very high. Now, as for the build, he's very flexible. He works with a lot of different combinations. My personal favorites would be either Liege Maximo, or I guess you could go with Nexus too. Liege Maximo is amazing because it gives you hack immunity and hacks all outposts after they use their abilities, so that's very useful. Nexus also works, it's a steroid for your combiner, so you can just put it on Nosecone and you don't have to worry about it. It's okay, it can work with Quintus. It can, sure. Shark spawned, but it will be quite bulky. I've seen people run my Cronus as well, but I'm personally not a fan because I like to use him as a frontline tank. So it can work, but I'm just personally not a fan. Give it a shot if you find it appealing. He also works with Alpha Trion because he's so tanky, he's so survivable, he's very hard to kill, so he will be alive. But again, there are better options for Alpha Trion. So yeah, that's for the Prime course, and if you do not have Prime course, you can go with just Vitality. I wouldn't really recommend Rejuvenate because he is so tanky and he really benefits from having more HP. And on top of it all, he basically fully heals by casting ability, so that makes Rejuvenate kind of redundant. His attack is pretty low, so I wouldn't really go with attack core. And he doesn't need Wall Buster, he destroys walls by default, so I think Vitality is the best core, and if you do not run Prime course, and in fact I will show him exactly with just Vitality to show that he's really, really good. As for combats, I'm going with Forge of Souls Prime, and this is only 3-star, and it will be sufficient. Basically, it increases the amount of damage that you deal, and it's actually working quite well because it doesn't scale off of DPS, so it's gonna give me a bigger bang in terms of damage than a combat like, let's see, for example, Windstrike, who would increase DPS because his DPS is already low and it's not gonna be that much of an increase compared to this. Also gives you hack immunity, gives you this slam attack which stuns enemies, gives you self heal, and of course it revives you with 60% health when you die. Yeah, even 3-star is that good, so this is very cheap build, simple build, so that's the build that I'm going to showcase. But combats that also work with him, Jace can work. Jace is Bio for Decepticons, Buzz Strike and Lancelot, they can work as well, because of hack immunity. But yeah, these are probably the most notable ones. Shieldron and Fangtron, they can also work, but check what they do and adapt to your needs. But this way I'm going to showcase him with just Vitality and just the Forge of Souls Prime. I'm going to show him once without using a combiner in a Prime League hard mode base. It's base for my teammate who is base 5, and it's a pretty solid base. And of course I will show him again in the current war, which is only Cyber, but I want to show you a contrast between harder and easier base and just show that he's very relevant. This is the base that I'm gonna take down without a combiner. It's our base 5, pretty solid base. Only this is the only real problem for Nosecone, so I will make sure to try take it out. I'm gonna take my main team, but Nosecone instead of Pipes, because you don't really need both. And this is a pretty tanky team, so it should be able to take everything without much problems. So I'm gonna start with Nosecone in the back. right here, perfect, and then start going with him forward so he taunts everything like this, perfect. And then I can deploy the rest of the squad so they can do their things. Let's see, I do want to take out Quintus, so that's what I'm gonna do. Perfect. Okay, I need 2 shots. Okay, it's fine. I will rush forward again. Let's see, I want to take down the shield gen cluster. But my bots are a bit out of range. Okay. Come on, just get a little bit closer. He goes further away. This game, man. This game is something else. Come on, just get closer already. Finally. Okay, 1, 2, and execute from Smokey. That should do it. And do this. Execute. Perfect. Let's execute this. Okay, yeah, let's use ability of Arc as well. Let's do some healing here. Sure. I can now do a truckload of damage here. Let's pop with Rook, and I can take out multiple pillbots like this and gain a ton of energy. I also want to take this one out, Alchemist. Awesome. Let's see. Now my Nosecone got affected by motion sensing. Okay, now he's fine. And now I'm going to rush with him a little bit here forward, so he becomes a target of enemy attacks. I'm gonna wait. Let's see what happens. Okay, Trax died. It's okay. I will. Yeah, let's apply Beachcomb ability on my Nosecone. I do want to take this down. Okay, no need for booster. That's fine. Yeah, Nosecone is just so tanky again. No prime cores, this is just vitality. Yeah, just so survivable. Okay, I'm just gonna wait because the combiner after that effect has been triggered. So just gonna wait, and yeah, I want to execute this deluge because he's so annoying. Yeah, Nose is perfectly fine. And yeah, as you can see, my Titan died because I wasn't paying attention, but as he was rushing, again, he was taunting and he became a target, right? And because of his reflect, he's able to actually reflect damage that Titan dealt to him. So as you have seen, enemy Titan died before HQ. So it's a bit gimmicky, but this can also work, so yeah. And this is a base in Cyber War, so I'm just gonna show against an easier base. Okay, no fireproof, so I'm going to just burn things down with optimal. Sure, let's go. Okay. I will deploy him on this side again in the back. And I want to pop this outpost. So let's do this. Outpost is okay. Megatron bad outpost, so I have nothing to worry about. And let's just do a ton of damage with optimal. Just burn the whole thing down. I'm gonna deploy the rest of the squad here. He's just so durable. He can take a pounding quite easily. He just doesn't care about damage. Nosecone is great. Okay. Do more damage here. I'm trying to see if I can rush with him a bit forward. I can do this. Sure. And let's use my usual way of taking down shielding clusters with air raid. Okay. Now let's do this. And burn the whole thing down. Nosecone just he ends up getting motion sensing mine so much. Okay, let's rush forward now. So he becomes target of outposts. Okay. Okay, this was pretty low effort. Again, easier war, easier base. But yeah, Nosecone is fine. Really, the way that he's slow is really no problem because you can just use it to your advantage because he's still taunting, he's still a target of attacks, and the slowness can actually be really used to his advantage instead of opposite effect. So if you pull Nosecone in patch 16, it's a really good pull. Trust me, he works very well. And in patch 16 only Huffer, which should be locked down for the Decepticons, is a weaker link, but even he is pretty useful, so whole batch 16 is amazing. Again, Nosecone and Drillhorn, they're fine, they don't even have their G1 core yet, so we will see what happens with them, but they're perfectly fine as they are right now. They don't need to fix the 4-star, because 4-star has a lower range, but 5-star is amazing. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that you found it enjoyable, and see you in the next one.